The government has announced a subvention to the municipalities and to the local democratic organs. However, the subventions are distributed in a manner that defies explanation. The towns and the city will be awarded a $50 million subvention.
Its increased subvention to local councils will not even cover the garbage collection budget of many of them.
That was Ganesh Mahipal. He said some $2.8 billion has been allocated for the subventions.
I think $50 million for municipalities and $30 million for NDCs. It will amount to about $2.6 million, $2.6 billion. So there is still $200 million from that approved sum that we don't know what they will use it for.
He said that the subvention to the city is inadequate.
Georgetown's population, Georgetown's boundaries, and all the other factors, $50 million can never be sufficient. And it's kind of unfair to give Georgetown $50 million. New Amsterdam, Corriverton, Linden, Anna Regina, the 10 tongues, Bartica, Letem, Mabaruma, to give the 10 tongues an equal sum when the 10 tongues don't have the same factors in terms of what is necessary for them to enhance development.
He said that the city is the most populated, it's larger, and should have been considered separately.
Subvention was at one time $2 million for several years under the People's Progressive Party government. It was without oil when the APNU AFC came to office, and the Ministry of Communities, after having interactions with the LDOs, increased that subvention to NDCs, taking it to $5 million. And with townships, Georgetown was $30 million, and the other towns were $18 million or thereabout.
The other municipalities don't have the same responsibilities. At the same time, the government owes the city council billions of dollars.
The last figure I was aware of was $6.9 billion in taxes, rates and taxes. And government it's kind of strange that every year they're budgeting under a line item for rates and taxes, and they're not remitting this money to the Georgetown mayor and city council.
Then there is a direct government political interference.
We need to remove the central government's authority and hand on these local bodies. And we cannot impose or have staff members in the sense of town clerks and overseers and so on being subject to the directive of political people.
General Secretary of the PNCR, Sherwin Benjamin, said that the subventions are tied to specific programs.
The councils cannot decide on what projects they want to spend the $50 million on. Under the APNU AFC government in 2015 to 2020, we restored Georgetown through the restoration project, and we made Georgetown once again a garden city in the Caribbean. Now, a mere 4.5 years after, we've gone back to being a garbage city, and that should not.
Mahipal said that the $50 million subvention should be spent on cemeteries, and this is so for every municipality.